Hello everyone, here's my review for Chainsaw Man the movie, Reze Arc. Reze Arc follows Denji as he struggles to choose between two women in his life, Makima and Reze, and faces a new threat in the Bomb Devil. This is my third or fourth time watching this film. I saw it in theaters when it came out in Dolby, which was an immaculate experience, but now my brother watched Chainsaw Man. He watched all of this first season yesterday, so I took that as an opportunity to watch Reze Arc again. This film is fantastic. I think I like it more now even than I did when I first watched it. Visually speaking, this movie is stunning. The animation is gorgeous. The visual direction is really unique. There are fight sequences in this movie that will look like nothing you've ever seen before. The one small complaint I have about this movie visually is that, like a lot of modern movies, a lot of it is shot directly center frame. But considering how gorgeous this film is, I was willing to look past that. The visual storytelling is also really well informed, both in its symbolism and its focus on small details and scenes, like the spider catching the moth in its web, or the scene where a little girl drops a candy apple at the festival that Denji and Reze attend. Put simply, this film is beautiful to look at for its entire runtime. Reze Arc also has fantastic music. Obviously, Kenshi Yonezu's song Kickback, the intro for season 1 of the show, is pretty iconic by now. But he also did the intro for this film, Iris Out, which is just as great. The score also has plenty of great moments. Obviously, In the Pool is pretty iconic by now. It's a beautiful piece that fits the scene very well, but a lot of the music in the second half of the film is really exciting. It all matches the pace and tone of the battles very well. I wasn't the biggest fan of season 1 of Chainsaw Man. Don't get me wrong, I still enjoyed it, but I felt like writing-wise, it was a lot of setup without much payoff. And keep in mind, this is coming from someone who's never read Chainsaw Man. The way they have crafted Reze Arc as a film is really beautiful because it's this distillation of teen coming-of-age romance and battle shonen. That's literally how the film is constructed. The first half is this romance story, and then in the second half, it transitions to battle shonen. The characters are all really well realized. Denji is fleshed out even more than he was in the first season of the show, and Reze also remains really intriguing. The first half is this really beautiful romance plot between the two of them, and it really does tug at the heartstrings, especially as it transitions into the second half, which is basically just one big battle, but the film is paced excellently. The battle moves quickly, it never loses sight of the characters in it. Even Aki and Angel Devil get arcs of their own, and it continues to be intense for its entirety. There's this really nice back and forth between the sides that will keep you on the edge of your seat. And that goes without mentioning just how exciting the action is. It's super high octane, it's so much fun. There are plenty of jokes to keep the tone lighthearted, but they never break the emotional sequences of the film. It's usually Denji's wackiness that is at the heart of the comedy. When I first saw this film in theaters, I thought the ending was pretty abrupt, but now that I've rewatched it, I've warmed up to it. I think it's rather poignant, and it's definitely emotionally resonant. With all that said, I'm going to give Reze Arc a 9 out of 10. On release, I gave this an 8.5, but like I said, I like this movie even more now after rewatching it a couple times. I feel like this is the type of movie that if it were on cable and I was scrolling through cable, I could put it on and start it from any point, because it's just that good. But I'm curious to hear what you think of Chainsaw Man Reze Arc, so let me know in the comments below. Please consider subscribing for more movie reviews like this, and I'll talk to you all in the next one.